Welcome to The Explainer. You ever get that feeling that we're all just spinning our wheels? We're trying to solve these huge global problems, but our efforts feel disconnected and small. Well, today we're digging into a really powerful idea that could change all of that, a way to move from all this fragmentation to a truly coherent global response.
Right. Let's just dive straight in with this quote, because it absolutely nails the problem. We're not just dealing with a climate crisis over here and an economic crisis over there. No, we're facing all of them, all at once, and they're all tangled together. And our old playbook of just trying to fix one thing at a time, it's just not working anymore.
And that brings us to what we could call the crisis of fragmentation. The real issue when you boil it all down isn't just the number of problems we have, it's a deep, fundamental failure in how we even try to solve them. Our inability to coordinate, to act together, that's the real crisis at the heart of the polycrisis.
I mean, think about climate change. It's not just about the planet getting warmer, right? It leads to things like food shortages, which can then spark political instability, which in turn can completely wreck global supply chains. That's the polycrisis in action. It's this messy, tangled web of problems, and our scattered responses just can't keep up.
It's kind of like a symphony orchestra. We have all these brilliant musicians out there, the scientists, the activists, the innovators, and they are all playing their hearts out. But if they're all playing from different sheet music, what do you get? You just get noise. The real bottleneck isn't talent, it's the lack of a conductor, that shared framework to bring it all together into something beautiful and coherent.
So, if fragmentation is the disease, what's the cure? Well, the answer seems to lie in this really powerful principle, something that can totally shift our approach. Coherence. Let's take a look at what that actually means.
Coherence is basically about getting everyone rowing in the same direction. It's about cutting through all that system noise, the conflicting agendas, the duplicated efforts, and creating a clear, shared path forward where all our collective energy can flow without resistance.
And this table does a great job of showing that coherence isn't just some vague, fuzzy concept. It's a structural reality. When different groups share a mission, like you see here, they achieve what's called directional coherence. When they coordinate their strategies, that's operational coherence. It's a practical roadmap for actually aligning our actions. And when you get that kind of deep structural alignment, well, something truly amazing starts to happen. And that brings us to the ultimate result of coherence, synergy.
Just think about a championship sports team for a second. It's never just a collection of star players. It's the seamless way they work together, the way they anticipate each other's moves. That lets them achieve something way bigger than any one of them could alone. That's synergy. It's when the whole truly becomes greater than the sum of its parts.
Here's another way to think about it. Imagine building a house. Coherence is the blueprint. It's that carefully designed plan that makes sure all the different pieces are going to fit together perfectly. Synergy, that's the beautiful, strong house that you get to live in as a result. One creates the potential. The other is the incredible outcome.
Okay, so this all sounds fantastic in theory, right? But how do we actually do this? How do we create coherence on a planetary scale? Well, let's look at a conceptual model for a tool designed to do exactly that, the synergy engine.
So one proposed solution is what's being called a synergy engine. You can think of it as a kind of digital platform that would act like the nervous system for global collaboration. It's designed to be a planetary coordination interface, really, connecting and aligning efforts all over the world, much like what's envisioned in frameworks such as the Phoenix platform.
So what would a tool like this actually do? Well, it would help us map out the complex relationships inside the polycrisis. It would pull together knowledge from all these different sources. And maybe most importantly, it would act like a giant matchmaker, connecting the right people with the right resources and the right projects, helping us create a kind of swarm intelligence for humanity.
Now, what's really cool about this whole concept is that it's not about top-down centralized control. Not at all. It's about enabling something far more organic, more intelligent, and the perfect metaphor for it actually comes from nature.
This is a murmuration. Look at that. There's no single bird in charge here. There's no leader shouting orders. And yet, through this shared awareness and a few simple rules, the entire flock moves as one, highly adaptive, intelligent system. A synergy engine would aim to create the digital conditions for us to do this, decentralized, aligned, and incredibly powerful. And this isn't just about being more efficient. It's about evolving how we work together. Have you ever been on a team where everything just clicks, where you have this incredible flow? That's the goal here. To move from just being on the same page to a state of deep trust and what you might call cohesive resonance,
where real collective intelligence can finally emerge. So what's the ultimate vision here? What's the end game? This isn't just about better project management. It's about enabling a fundamental shift in our relationship with each other and with the planet itself. It's really about writing a completely new story for humanity. And this is the profound shift. It's about moving beyond just frantically putting out fires and toward proactively, consciously, and collectively stewarding the long-term health of our planetary systems, our ecosystems, our economies, our societies.
It's a huge transition, moving from a world that's defined by fragmentation and competition to one that's built on unity and synergistic stewardship. It's about reharmonizing what we do with the natural world, shifting from a mindset of extraction to one of regeneration. Ultimately, this whole vision is about building the collaborative architecture we need for a thriving planetary civilization. It's about creating the tools and, frankly, the trust that we need for humanity to finally act as one, to become conscious stewards of this amazing home that we all share.
You know, the knowledge, the tools, the human potential to solve our biggest crises, it all already exists. It's all out there. It's just disconnected. So the question we're left with is this: what becomes possible when we finally build the capacity to truly work together as one?